Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Monday morning, the 10th of November. In this video we're going back to Nova Scotia to the case of missing siblings, 6-year-old Lily and now 5-year-old Jack Sullivan from Lansdowne Station. They were reported missing at 10:01 AM by their mother Malaya Brooks Murray on the 2nd of May. Over 6 months later, we are still completely in the dark as to what happened to Lily and Jack. This Saturday, there is a search for Lily and Jack by the volunteer organisation Please Bring Me Home. They have been asking for volunteers to join them. So if you are able-bodied and you're able to travel to Lansdowne Station, please get in touch with Please Bring Me Home. Lily and Jack's paternal grandmother, Belinda, put this on her Facebook yesterday. Please Bring Me Home search, November 15th for Lily and Jack. We have 27 searchers. I was really hoping for a bigger turnout. So what Please Bring Me Home plan to do is put an experienced searcher with less experienced people and have different groups doing different areas. So the more, the better. Obviously 27 searches is great, but please, if you are able-bodied and you are able to travel to Lansdowne Station on Saturday, please get in touch with Please Bring Me Home. What we're going to do in this video, we're going to look at the wildest of accusations. I mean, there is one that I came across this morning on one of the Lily and Jack Facebook groups that is absolutely wild. And then another accusation that is not so wild. A lot of people are believing. So, let's go. Before we get into the video, can I just ask, if you are not yet subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. A little bit more than a month and a half to go. I really don't think I'm going to do it. But if you watch my videos, please, it's completely free. Click the subscribe button, that's all you need to do. And if you are subscribed, you can help by sharing the video to anybody that you think might be interested in true crime cases or missing persons cases. If you're on social media yourself, if you're in Facebook groups, please share my videos. And you can help with the algorithm by liking and leaving a comment. Without further ado, this is the wildest accusation. It's not something I've never heard before. Similar theories went round in the Summerwells case. How did the Micmac chief know to come to Daniels that day? Lily and Jack were white that day. Prior notification, 2 white children go missing 50 miles away and here comes the chief. The chief stuck around long enough to observe in amazement at how good RCMP was at handling the case. Or was she gathering intel and seeing what the res would be up against if found out? Did the chief promise Malaya that her kids would go to a good home? Well, in part. Organ harvesting in Canada is huge money. I don't think the chief got the Elder Council's approval before giving Lily and Jack their status, as members on her Facebook profile did not know who they were or what was up, until she told them it was Frank's grandkids. Then everybody was like, oh, okay. So what importance does he have to get that rating? Is it because of his relatives? They're all getting old. How do they pay for a high-dollar whiteman medicine man to have organs transplanted? RCMP needs to reference how many organ transplant surgeries happened the week of May 2nd. See if you can get receipts to agree to a biopsy so that can be checked against Lily and Jack's DNA. I honestly don't know where to start with this one. Stealing organs does happen, but to accuse the Micmac elders of abducting Lily and Jack, presumably to act as organ donors for people who needed them in their community. I honestly don't know where to start with that. Anyhow, let's come slightly more back down to earth, shall we? If that's possible in this case. So Daniel has been making comments on Facebook groups again. Daniel, of course, is the children's stepfather. The accusation comes from someone called Kiki, and this has been doing the rounds for the last couple of days. And this is an accusation that Daniel punished Jack by hanging him upside down in his car seat in a closet. So I'm trying to visualise how you would hang someone upside down in a car seat. I'm not really sure how you do that, but this is the accusation. I don't know how well this Kiki person knows the family, or if she even knows them at all, but it is what it is. Here's the message. As soon as Malaya changed her profile to single after the kids went missing, she was talking to someone who had a romantic interest in her. That's red flag number 1. Because how are you trying to move on so quickly when your kids were missing for a few weeks, not even a month? So Malaya did change her Facebook profile to single. I think that was a message to Daniel than anyone else. I don't know whether she had an interest in someone else. This time period was when Malaya still had Meadow at her mother's. I don't think it was the same person as before, but she's officially in a relationship now. I don't know whether that's true or not. We know Daniel has been. We don't know about Malaya. Who's Braden or Brandon Cross? How could someone be attracted to her? So this is a message to Malaya. Next question is, how did you watch Daniel strap Jack in a car seat and have him left upside down in a dark closet for hours and still stay with him? So this is the accusation. I've nowhere to determine whether it's true or not. Daniel has denied it. So you watch your kids get severely abused and you're trying to throw all this on Daniel when you're just as responsible to remove them from that environment, and you had help from lots to leave. That is true. If things were happening that were horrible, if discipline went too far, we know Lilly and Jack had some behavioural issues. We have to ask the question why. According to Daniel, CPS were involved because of Lilly and Jack's behavioural issues at school. They're aggressive and various other things that Daniel has said that the school communicated to them. And Daniel has said that he could control Lilly and Jack, Malaya couldn't. So did discipline go too far? Was Malaya sticking up for Daniel? I don't know. But if she wanted to leave, then yeah, she did have the help. She could have left. And you're only talking about it now. Like, why only now? So this Kiki person is implying that Malaya's talking about all these things now. Again, don't know whether that's true. You can manipulate the media, but your family knows the real you. You're evil and manipulative. I bet Malaya won't even show up to the next search. I don't know if the kids were kidnapped or murdered, but either way, those adults in the house were abusing them kids. Malaya, Daniel and Janie are guilty. So, serious accusations there. Serious accusations. Somebody posted questions for Daniel on one of the Facebook groups, and he replied, like, really quickly. First of all, I don't follow this page that closely. Oh. Well, he jumped right in. Second of all, this group basically attacks me at every turn. If I was to only answer questions in my own defence, I'd have to answer every question. This group has become a breeding ground for hatred. There are a lot of accusations. I agree. A lot. Wouldn't it be easier to try to message me personally with theories so I can give a breakdown on why it's not possible, or perspectives into feasible angles that may not be explored, and I can bring more leads for investigators? Daniel's working with the cops now. Daniel's his own PI. With that being said, all the accusations are insane. Theories bring light to the inner workings of one's own mental health. You sit there attacking me without knowing who I am as a person. I'm not an evil monster, but social media seeks views. I put myself in the spotlight because if I don't, who will for Lilly and Jack? Okay, I get where he's coming from. If he's being sincere in those sentiments, I get where he's coming from. But in doing so, he's created a lot of problems for himself and he's fed the flames. He's added fuel to the fire. I talked about this in my video yesterday. Should he stop talking? Well, he should, but I'm glad he doesn't, honestly. Like Don Wells did in the Summer Wells case. You know, all of the nonsense that Don was getting up to. It kept eyes on the case. It kept Summer's name being mentioned. Daniel's communication with people is keeping Lilly and Jack's name out there. You know, amongst the thousands of other missing people, not just in Canada, but the world over, only a handful of cases become known and are talked about in any depth. It takes controversy to keep someone's name out there when they're missing. I could hide like everyone else, but I say no. Lilly and Jack deserve to be found, no matter the cost. I put my life out there, knowing I would face a relentless onslaught from the public. But I still do it anyway. Super Dan to the rescue. So this is answering questions in response to someone, and he's referring to Corey here. Yeah, the father that never paid child support for her has no driver's license because of it. Also refuses to work because he doesn't want to have his wages garnished because of not paying it. I don't know whether that accusation is true. These are the individuals you hold in high regards. I'm not perfect, but I continue to raise awareness. I did abuse Lilly and Jack in any way. Look, there's a Freudian slip if ever I heard one. I did not abuse Lilly and Jack, is what you were looking for there, Daniel, I assume. As for Kiki, your false claims render yourself dissolved down to the basic form of straight unintelligent. He does have a way with words. Like, this is why I think he's more intelligent than people give him credit for. He does have a way with words. There's no closets in the house, so how is your statement you fabricated even effing have any validity to it? So this is in relation to Jack being hung upside down in his car seat in a closet. Again, another attempt to paint me as evil because I have nothing to do with the disappearance, so let's attack Daniel in the public eye. Alright, last thing I want to show you. I got this from It's a Crime and Shame. I just watched a little bit from last night. I've not got all the way through it yet, but I found this. And this is someone who is contacting RCMP with Daniel's claims about the blanket that was found on Lansdowne Road. Daniel has been planted, and apparently he said that RCMP told him it was planted. So someone called Alison at the RCMP got this email. If you have time to follow up on this, I'm wondering if it was possible to verify the claims that are currently being made by Daniel Martel, that he was told that investigators believe that the piece of pink blanket was planted and that it did not appear on the bus footage from the morning run. This is a variation from his previous bold-faced lie that the blanket was planted in the afternoon and didn't show on afternoon bus surveillance. The information provided in the docket release shows that the blanket was discovered before the bus went through. So, was it on the morning bus footage that went down Lansdowne Road? Well, the RCMP person, Alison, has responded. Investigators did review morning footage from a passing school bus, but the video quality is too poor to confirm whether the blanket was there or not. So, we don't know whether the blanket was there because the camera from the bus wasn't clear enough. So it could have been there in the morning. It could have been there for ages before Lilly and Jack went missing. We don't know. Presumably that morning bus would have gone through early to go to school, but then does it come back that way? So we don't know what time that morning bus goes through and how many buses is just one bus. If it was there in the early morning before Lilly and Jack disappeared, then obviously that blanket could have come from Lilly and Jack's house, but got there for some other reason, but we just don't know. Investigators continue to review all information surrounding the blanket to determine any relevance to the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. We do know it was sent for forensic testing. Don't know whether any results have come back yet. Certainly, RCMP haven't released it, if it has. Alright guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts about these wild accusations. Some of them are so wild. Some of them, like Jack being hung upside down in his car seat. Look, stranger things have happened, and what goes on behind closed doors can never be underestimated. But I don't know whether it's true. If it is, it's dreadful. If it isn't true, and people are spreading that around, that's dreadful too. Right guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Go get Lewis! Go get him! Do the big win! Go get Lewis!